like you said, look at. What she is. Nope. Yep.
It's like so many red lights that's over here. It's crazy.
Oh, she
Hi,
gonna do it.
guys.
Yep.
Sorry, you guys. Give me like 2 seconds.
And that's She was one of
I
mine.
wonder how much they books are at Barnes and Noble. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I wonder if books would be cheaper at Walmart or Barnes and Noble. That's what I'm trying to figure out right here, right now. Traffic is moving extremely slow.
Oh.
To be honest, so
I
I'm
said if I had a
fine.
dollar. She got you.
This is something that I genuinely don't have understanding to, is that for me, right, if I tell somebody that I forgive them for like anything that they've done wrong, I think that when you forgive someone, and you guys may think that this is like a little weird that I'm speaking on it, but I genuinely believe that when you tell someone that you forgive them for anything that they've done and or said to you and or about you and or whatever the case may be, I don't feel the need for anyone to continue to speak on what had occurred. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I feel like it doesn't make any sense. Because if you are going to forgive someone, I think that you need to just forgive them and let it go 100%. Because I feel like when you keep speaking on it, you haven't forgiven the person. I don't understand how, and this is no disrespect, this is no shade, this is no like I'm trying to be funny, but I don't understand how parents could be so big on, oh, you know, you gotta forgive, you gotta forgive, you gotta forgive, you gotta forgive. Okay, like that's understanding, but if you are still speaking on like your siblings in a negative light, and you talking about some, oh, you know, I forgave them, but you still talking about the situation, baby, you haven't forgiven them. People say that you have to lead by example, but how can you lead by example if you're still speaking on and you're about negativity? Like, that's what I'm not understanding, because it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense that you are trying to raise your child one way, but you're doing the complete opposite of what you're telling them to do in life. For me, there's no balance. Like, I don't understand, how can you want one thing, but then you're leading towards the same thing that you're speaking on that you don't want for your child. Like, I don't get it. That's like telling your child, don't lie, right? Because you know we're lying against you, but you consistently lie all the time. Like, what the like it? I don't get it. But then it's crazy because, like, so let me ask you guys a question. Now, this may be a sensitive topic for some people, but let me say this though, like, if two of the same genders have a child, and let's say if they have a sibling, if that sibling says, hey, you know, respectfully, I'm choosing not to let that child call me like auntie or uncle, do you think that it is right for the other sibling to get mad at how someone else feels because that's not what they believe in? So what do you guys think about what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to get tape to close my freezer. Oh, that's what I should be doing. I'm gonna take the sugar and put tomorrow. You ever like buy too much stuff and then you gotta like close it with tape? Like I bought too much food and then I gotta close my damn refrigerator, my freezer with tape. Okay, so I got it closed. I need this off for tomorrow so I can make that for dinner. Tonight we're gonna have some fish. I found out the fish. It's going fine. I went and bought some more food and stuff like that for this crazy winter storm I'm about to have. I got the fish. Like I got it. I got the codfish. So we having fish and chips for dinner tonight. That is what is for dinner tonight. So we good tonight. Got 2 things of eggs. Okay, now. instead of him like doing what I told him to do, like he was to do earlier, did the complete opposite. That's what pissed me off sometimes, like for real. So how did you guys how do you guys feel about like what I just said? Like, what do you guys think about it? And I like, don't get me wrong, like I understand this is a sensitive topic. I get it, I do. Hi, how are you? I mean, we could talk about it if you guys want to talk about it. I just like, I never want anybody to think that I'm being disrespectful, because that is like never the case, like ever. Like I promise you, like it's not. Thank you, I appreciate it. So the topic of conversation today is a little, it could be a little sensitive. My favorite food is grilled food, to be honest. Like I love grilled chicken, like grill anything. It's my favorite thing to eat. So would you guys like to talk about it or not? Again, it could be a little sensitive, and it's never to be disrespectful, but this is why I need people to be grown and be able to have a conversation about like spiritual needs and acceptance and not accepting things. So do y'all want to have the conversation or no? Like, we don't have to. Okay, let me find my left. Alright, it is looking like some of y'all don't want to talk about it, so I'm not gonna push the issue. But I want to talk about it. That's what I'm saying. I really want to talk about this right now. I really, really do. So basically, today's conversation is going to be about spiritual boundaries. But later, I'm making some fish and chips later on. Not now, because I got to go get my little one. So I got the fish. And then some more roasted. I got the fish right here. This one I was making shrimp. So today, we are going to talk about spiritual boundaries when other feelings are involved. Are y'all ready for the topic of conversation or no? Because it was too much stuff inside my freezer, so I couldn't put this in there, so I'm putting these to the side. I was letting milk. Not a big deal. So let me ask you guys the same question I just asked before. I think we just still got two things. Garlic makes me vomit. I can't use garlic. It makes me vomit. Garlic and vinegar makes me vomit. I can't deal with the smell. Thank you. Even though like I don't feel like right now, I look nice. I don't. Okay, I. 1 second. It's okay. I can't deal with garlic. It's too much. Hold on. While we have a conversation. Oh, damn. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what's on the freezer. I forgot. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, my love. So, hold on. it's fine that it's good for you, but I'm not gonna eat something that makes me vomit. That's just ridiculous. Pistachio all day. Hello, how are you? Okay, so the topic of conversation, I got butter pecan. So the topic of conversation today is about spiritual, it's about spiritual, if I can get it, it's about spiritual, beliefs. Okay, I got the wrong ice cream, but it's fine. Whatever. So this is Mediterranean mint. I didn't mean, I meant to grab pistachio, but it is what it is, whatever. So the topic of conversation today is about if you have a sibling and they like the same gender and they choose to have a child, would you let that child call you auntie or uncle? I specifically am going through that now. I said no because it is against my, I'm a Christian, and of course I did things not in the right order. 100% own it. Lord, I'm sorry. But I said no because I don't believe in that. And again, let me be very clear. The child is innocent. The child is 100% innocent. There is nothing wrong with the child. Every child is a blessing no matter how that child comes to life, right? Now, depending on what other people think. There was a lot of people telling me that I was wrong for it. I said, respectfully speaking, I'm not going to disregard my spiritual belief for how someone else feels. My sister has not come to me with it. I think she pretty much knows that I'm not going to accept that pertaining to like her child calling me auntie, because that child is no kin to me, respectfully speaking. And I love kids, but I'm just not gonna go against my personal belief for something that I don't believe in. And again, it has nothing to do with me. And thank you. And you know, that's her life. 100% understand it, 100% and respectful of it, but this is where boundaries have to be set, you know. So I'm not allowing it. I already just said what we was talking about. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to keep repeating it, respectfully speaking. I'm throwing this away. It's stinking and nasty. I tried. Couldn't do it. Sometimes I do, not all the time. But and there was a lot of people asking me, like, why are you not going to let the child call you Auntie? Because, that's not my spiritual belief. Again, respectfully speaking, I like the way you feel if that's applied to stepchildren, but that child has no choice to be in your family. Nobody said that the child didn't. Do you see, like, y'all not understanding? She's an innocent child, so maybe don't be too hard on her. I will never be hard on a child. Now, of course not. No, that's not my child. But I don't have on any makeup. How about that? But you can't force someone to accept something that's against their spiritual belief. I 100% disagree with that. I'm not going to let someone tell me, hey, you got to do this, but I know that it's wrong. No. It has nothing to do with, please listen to what I say. It has nothing to do with being hard on somebody else's child. The child is not mine, right? What I am saying is, someone said when you're old and lonely, that child only gonna remember you ragging about not calling her auntie and not want to talk to you. Yet again, this is where people have differences and it needs to be respected. Simple as that. Nothing else to say. Lord Jesus, this is a beautiful black woman, perfect lips, perfect face, perfect everything. God did not give. God did not. I think you meant skip a beat when he made you. If you can accept that, that's fine. This is where I say sometimes it's hard to talk to people, because when someone doesn't want to, not saying like not accept the child, but you have to respect the simple fact that people have spiritual boundaries that they don't have to cross because of what someone else believes in. It's disrespectful to somebody else. So I feel like, and this is why I don't like people sometimes, like they want but something that they want, but someone else doesn't believe in that. So you're going to get mad at them for not believing something that you want them to believe in. They don't have to do that. No one has to do that. No one has to accept something that you want them to accept, but it's against their spiritual boundary. That's not acceptable. 100% wrong. I'm not going to agree to that. That's like saying you might as well stay in a relationship because you've been with the person for so long and you know that they still going to continue to cheat. So if they leave, they're wrong because they don't want to accept cheating. No, this is exactly where, this is why sometimes people don't want to be bothered, because it's like people feel like sometimes they can't have a conversation to where you can disagree to agree respectfully. Period. A man that wants to become a woman, is that okay with you? That has nothing to do with me. Whoever wants to become, if anybody wants to change their gender, that is on you. I have nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing. But I feel like, personally speaking, God made no mistakes when he made you. You were born what you were supposed to be. Again, that's how I feel about it. I can't sit up here and tell somebody, you're wrong for changing your gender. I cannot do that. That is not for me to speak on somebody else's life. That I can't do that. I can only speak for myself and my spiritual beliefs, right? So what I am saying is the child will not call me auntie because I was raised a man and a woman. That's all I am saying. And this is what a lot of people may disagree. But what I'm asking is to respectfully disagree with me, right? Like, don't get on her saying, oh my goodness, she has a phobia. Absolutely not. I don't care who you are, what you do, but when it comes to my spiritual beliefs, I'm not letting anyone into my home and disrupt that and or disturb that. Back in the day before science, it took a man and a woman to get pregnant. Now with science, you don't need a man to become pregnant. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, now that there are a lot of different ways to become pregnant and have a child and everything that nature, that's fine. No, the child could call me Amanda, of course. Like, the job could definitely call me Amanda. I have no problem. If they need something, cool, I got you. If you want something, I got you. If you want to talk about something, I'm there. Who said that? Nowadays, we should all willingly should cheat because people aren't loyal like that anymore. You speak for yourself, baby. I'm not going to speak out myself. Let me tell you something. I will always be there for the child if it is allowed. If it is allowed, because I don't know how me saying, hey, they can't call me auntie, I don't know how that's going to make my sister feel. But at the end of the day, respectfully speaking, her feelings don't matter to me because I'm not going to sit there and disrespect my spiritual beliefs. So if she doesn't want me around the child or anything of that nature, then that's fine. I will totally respect that. I like when my nieces call me my name. I don't like the feeling of someone needing to call me uncle. I mean, everybody has, see how everybody has different, like, things on here. Like, I'm just not okay with it. I raised 3 children for 25 years and never once did I say the children have to call me dad. They call me by my name. Case in point, do what you believe is right, not what everyone else feels right. There you go. Not what everyone feels is right. And that's what I'm saying. People need to know how to have a conversation and respectfully disagree to agree. It's simple as that. It's really not that hard. If people could just learn to be grown and get out of how they feel and just try to respect how someone else feels, you both can be respected. What's up, love? I have 2 stepkids and I don't let them call me dad or stepdad. I just tell them to call me by my name. There you go. You see what I'm saying? It's just the level of comfortability that you have and that you want inside your home. Nobody else should have to tell you, well, you're wrong. No, you're not. As long as something works for you and you are okay with it, no disrespect, but whoever is not okay with what you feel and is working for you in your home, what somebody else gotta say? I was never criticizing. You kind of were, a little bit. Just saying the kid might be too young to understand that all children deserve to live in peace and not worry about grown business like spiritually, in my opinion. You're still not understanding something. There's 10 commandments that, like, God don't want you to do. That's like telling a child, I don't want you to do these things. I don't want you to do these things. I don't want you to do these things. But they're seeing their parent do it. So when the child starts to do it, what are you going to say then? You cannot let someone spiritually disrespect you. That's not acceptable. They were stepchildren. I didn't have enough space to write everything in. You're fine. Have a blessed weekend and don't stress this. Oh, I'm not stressing nothing because I got my child. Like, I got my little one. Didn't I just tell y'all that I gotta go to God for sins? Why do you think this says forgive me? Hello? Whoever said, because somebody said you can't preach but got tattoos on your body. I got tattoos on my body, got a nose piercing, and had a baby out of wedlock. I own my sins. I fully own my sins all the way because none of these things are supposed to be. I acknowledge that. I have to go to God for things that I've done wrong. Absolutely. 100% I do. 100%. And I'm going to stay here and I'm going to own it. I sure do. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is. There you go. I haven't spoken to her about it, but I'm definitely gonna let her know, like, listen, that child is not going to call me auntie, and I'm not gonna ask her like how she feels because Me and my sister were both brought up in church. So that has a lot to do with it, and I'm not accepting it. And I don't have to accept something because someone else wants me to accept it. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't have to accept it because the world wants to accept it. You know, I don't have to. We all sin. We absolutely do. And I don't mind. You understand? You just causing problems and that baby life is wanting attention. How? You gotta go. Goodbye. And this is where you cannot have a conversation with somebody because they want you to disrespect your spiritual beliefs over someone's feelings. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to sit there and disrespect my spiritual beliefs off of someone's feelings, because when I go to God, judgment day come, I have to already go to God and tell him, Lord, I understand how I had 2 tattoos, a nose piercing, I had a baby out of wedlock. Father God, I know the things I've done wrong, but I'm not going to sit up here and accept something and I was taught that's not the way it is supposed to be. And that's just how I feel. No, I do not. Absolutely not. Me and my sister are not close at all. Like, we don't get along, to be honest. And you know, you cannot expect the world to just accept something because you want them to. Again, I'm saying that has nothing to do with me. I'm not accepting that. I don't have nothing to do with my sister's life at all. Like, that is her life. You know, I don't, you know, her home is not my home. Her energy is not my energy. Her spiritual intuition is not my spiritual intuition. And I accept her for who she is. 100%. We do not get along. We are not close. But again, I'm not going to disrespect my spiritual beliefs because of how someone else wants me to feel. That's not happening. I don't have to forgive my sister for anything because she hasn't done anything. Like, her life is not my life. We are 2 different people. Oh, hell no. Me and my sister are not in date. No. Hell no. Like, ugh, my sister would drive me insane. I'd be like, Lord, Father God, please help me. I don't have to forgive someone for the life they chose to live because that has nothing to do with me. But again, respectfully speaking, my spiritual beliefs, I'm not allowing that into my space. Now, if the child needs something, or if the child wants something, or if the child wants to talk to me or come with me, they are more than welcome to. I will always accept the child 100%. Of course, but the child will not call me auntie. That child is no kin to me. Again, I have no problem with an innocent baby, with an innocent child. Hey, boo. I'm not muted. Well, then you're good. Don't let this get too all messed with your mind. Oh, it's not going to mess with my mind. And got your beliefs, and that's what you don't got to explain yourself to this. And that's what I'm saying. Hello, you are blessed with the Holy Spirit, which gave you the knowledge and wisdom. Keep reading the word. Do you know that the child isn't here yet? The child is not born. Like, my sister has a baby shower today, and she asked me, did I want to go? And I told her no. No, respectfully, I'm not. No, thank you. And then she asked me, like, would I allow my son to go? I said no. This is my thing. I'll let her know you guys said that. Again, I was raised up in church, and so was my sister. We took 2 different paths in life. And she is who she is. I am who I am, 100%. But when something is wrong to me, no, it's a girl. Why is that cold? Yet again, this is why I say I don't have to stop my spiritual beliefs off of someone's feelings. Like, I don't There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's like me telling my son, go out here and jump off a cliff, but I know that it's wrong, but I'm going to tell him to do it anyway. I'm not doing that. I don't care about how someone else feels about what I tell my son no, or something that I tell my son is wrong. I don't have to sit there and let my son accept, yes, it's a woman, not a man. That's like me telling my son, yeah, everybody else is jumping off a cliff, so you do it too, but I know that it's wrong. I'm just not, as much as the Bible was thrown in our face and shoved in our face and we went to church, I don't have to allow anything spiritually in my home and or my spirit and or my space. I don't have to allow that. Again, I will 100% accept the child, but my spiritual beliefs, I will not sit there and disrespect my spiritual beliefs over anybody. My spiritual beliefs will always come first again, because when I go to God on Judgment Day, he's going to tell me, you know, you were taught it takes a man and a woman to have a baby, not two women and not two men. Why did you allow to accept this? Y'all not going to be with me standing on there for Judgment Day. That's going to be me. Again, I accept the child wholeheartedly, 100%, period, right? Totally accept the child, but it's just, I'm not allowing someone to call me auntie when it's not a man and a woman pretending to like my sister. At the end of the day, that is her life. I wish her nothing but the best. I pray for her and I hope nothing but blessings in her life. 100%. I'm not mad at her because it is not my life, but at the same time, my spiritual space has to be respected. I would not let anybody come in here and disrupt that. It's an sex relationship and different. Lead your children up in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will return that way. Exactly my point. Like, that's like telling somebody, again, you know that it's wrong for somebody to jump. That's like telling my son, yeah, go ahead and drink and drive, but I know that it's wrong. So because I want to sit up here and other people are telling him to do it, and he knows that it's wrong, he does it anyway. It makes no sense. It has nothing to, and I'm, again, let me be very clear. Her life is her life. Her wrongdoing has nothing to do with me, but I'm not going to sit up here, right, and let someone's feelings interact with my spiritual beliefs. We're just not doing that. And this is why a lot of people are afraid to speak on certain things like this, because people get offended or like people get mad. But what are you getting mad at for? Because someone doesn't want to, I'm not going to say, it's hard to say accept it, because I feel like, you know, anybody's life has nothing to do with you, so you have to accept who they are 100%. But like, it's just not for everybody, right? Like, same gender relationships is just not for everybody. Like, some people could be respectful about it, and some people are like just downright nasty and mean and disgusting, and like they will like say things to them that's rude, or like try to bother them and things like that. Or letting your child hang out with somebody who, there you go. Like, y'all gotta understand, wrong is wrong. And I'm not allowing anything that I feel or that I was taught up or brought up in church that is wrong, right? Because it has nothing to do with me. What if your sister would have done the same by you having a kid out of her? Like, it's a difference. I had my child with a man. It's a difference, my love. I actually had intimacy with the man and became pregnant. It's a big difference. What's up? What's your question? Of course I believe in marriage. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was make people believe he didn't exist, and then recognize that he can enter you is the first step in acquiring wisdom. That much is very true, but at the same time though, also believe that when you are too prayed up and too humble, the devil cannot enter you. Y'all cannot keep allowing certain things that other people don't want to allow to looked at upon as someone else being negative. I swear to you, that's like saying you tell your child go hang out with somebody that drinks and drive, and you know that they didn't have a lot of DUIs, and you still letting the child go. Then God forbid the person gets into an accident, right? And then your child don't make it. You can only be mad at yourself because you allowed it when you knew it was wrong from jump. Again, the child is a blessing. Nobody is ever saying that. Nobody is ever saying the child is innocent. It's not a difference. You know why it's not a difference? Because wrong is wrong. If I sit up here and steal something from a store, it's still wrong. If I do it today, tomorrow, next week, it's still the same thing. That's what I'm saying. This is why a lot of people don't like to talk about certain things, because people get on here and then get so defensive. Why? Because someone else doesn't want to accept something that you do? No. Nobody doesn't have to sit up there and disrespect their spiritual beliefs or disregard their spiritual beliefs because of how you feel and what you want. No. That's like somebody getting mad at me for not letting my son go with somebody who drinks and drives. But you mad at me. That doesn't even make any sense. I know that it is wrong. Like, no. Because at the end of the day, God forbid something happens to my son, you can't bring him back. The person that was, oh my goodness, you should let them go. You, the same person that was sitting up here talking about some, oh, let them go. And now look, now my child is gone because I followed behind your crazy behind. No. I'm not allowing my spiritual beliefs to be disrespected off of somebody else's feelings. It is simple as that. And I'm not going to sit up there and be belittled on my page because this is how I feel. Like Neo said, it's not for him, but he respects it. It's like people were trying to like blackmail him, or I think blacklist him or something like that because he has said that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You cannot sit up here and disregard how someone feels when it's different from how you feel and what you think. That's where it's called a simple conversation. You can agree to disagree. You can disagree to agree. I mean, what is the problem? And it can still be on a respectful level. This is called maturity. This is called conversing. This is called listening to each other. Like, do y'all not understand that? I think that it is wrong to have a baby out of wedlock, like 100%. But guess what? Again, I did it. I have 2 tattoos. I have a nose piercing. I sure do. And again, I have to go to God for these things, not anybody else. Not anybody. Everybody's going to get judged one day. Not by man, not by woman, but by God. It's simple as that. I believe God is a forgiving God. I believe God is a merciful God. But I believe that when he gets tired of your behind, he's going to tell you, now you figure it out. And I truly do believe that God will help you if he sees that you are trying to help yourself. I don't think that God is just going to be like, oh, here you go. I feel like he got to see that you have that faith in him, and that, you know, sometimes people's faiths get tested. My faith has gotten tested a few times. So I was like, all right, God, I don't think you hear me, and I don't think that you're real. And guess what he had to do? Show me he was real. Because guess who was on their knees having to pray to God? Me, for the things I needed to go right inside my life. Me, not nobody else. It was me. He will show you who he is. Literally, he will. And that's on you, hon. I got 3 kids, 5 tattoos. So when I was in my teens, I did a lot of bad things, but changed my ways once I had my first son. There you go. There you go. But it's just about acknowledging it. You know what I'm saying? That's just like acknowledging the things you've done wrong, the way you changed it, and like the people that you were around. I tell people all the time, nothing is going to change unless you change it. and forget what anybody else got to say about you wanting better, or you wanting more, or you wanting peace for yourself. Don't care about what nobody else got to say. If they are not a good influence in your life, what are you doing? Or if they sitting up here and they got you in trouble all the time, what are you doing? And then when you say, you know what, I'm stepping away because, you know, you're not really good for me. Oh, man, nah, you changing now, you being bougie. No, it's called I'm growing. For everyone who doesn't understand, you can't pray and get what you pray for. God gives you opportunities for what you pray for, and he just comes down to see you, to see down to you see it. That part. Like, in order for you to really, like, want something, like, you really, like, God really got to see that you want it. You're on the right path when you use the word for correction. Knows that you can't control anybody's action, but your peace comes from that. Exactly. It's all about the child and making the child comfortable. It's not about the child. No, it's not. It's about how you spiritually believe. That child could be around you and not call you auntie, and you could be the best babysitter, you could be the best cook, you could be the best listener. At some point, at some time, it's not about the child. It's about your spiritual beliefs. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna sit up there and just and let a child tell me like something and I gotta disregard my spiritual beliefs. No. If I was to ever have like babysit my sister's child, that child would be safe, that child would be loved, that child would be cared for, that child would be bathed, and that child would be fed. There would be nothing different pertaining to me being a mother to my son. The only difference is the child just can't call me auntie. I'm gonna love them, I'm gonna be there. When something goes wrong, I'll have my sister's back. 100% I will have her back. 100%. Whenever she call me and I could be there, yo, I'm there. What you need, sis? What you need? You need me to wash the baby? You need diapers? You need wipes? What you need, girl? I got you. So at the end of the day, it's not. I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you. Oh, you're welcome. Shine like the sun you are. Thank you. Try not to burn out like a candle does. I'm not, because at the end of the day, I can sit up here and high. Yes, she is. She is. Let the child call you cool lady long as a child and you are comfortable with the name. That's what matters. No, they will call me Amanda. I just say yes, she is. Like, oh, and everybody, you're welcome. Now, it's a difference if I was on here saying, I'm not accepting that child. That's a huge difference. I will always accept the child. 100%. I'm going to love that child. Be there when they need me. If they need something, yo, I got you, sis. What you need? Thank you. And I think that like some people, I think it's a little crazy. And some people like genuinely fear speaking on certain topics of conversation because they feel like they're gonna lose their fan base. But you gotta understand, everybody does not have the same beliefs, but I guarantee you anybody will protect a child, will love a child, and will want to be there for a child. Like, it has nothing to do with the child. Like, at the end of the day, everybody's spiritual beliefs or understandings or communication, it's about boundaries and respect for each other. There is nothing wrong with that. You being a child of God is not easy. Kids are innocent. I just said that. So if you guys are just coming into the chat, y'all are like a little late. You just gotta understand that when it comes to people's spiritual beliefs, You can't disrespect that because of how you feel. It has nothing to do with how you feel. It's about somebody's spiritual belief. It's definitely a real one for to be this young. Oh, thank you. That part, I agree with you. Should be called what you want to be called, and your sister just gotta accept it. Now y'all catch my drift? Now we getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere, you guys. I am from Nora, you guys. Like, I got a little accent, not like nothing too crazy, to be honest with you. I gotta go use the bathroom before I go pick up Noah. Lord Jesus. And I'm getting some gas. The devil is about his business. The Western world is attacking by just loving all things of God. Let me tell you something. I'm too prayed up and too humble and too much. I got too much. I done been through too much to just like accept something that I don't want to accept. And that's what a lot of people don't like me at, is because if I don't want to accept something, I don't accept it. Period. And I don't care what you think and how you feel and how you look at it. If it's not what I want for my spirit, my home and my space and my energy and my story, I'm just saying, because in that's another thing. I feel like when people stay true to themselves and they know what they want, just like Double B said, when you know who you are and you know your worth, you won't allow anything less. And that's where a lot of people don't like people at, because when they finally stand up for themselves and they don't allow certain things anymore, it becomes, oh, you changed. No, I've grown into a grown ass woman, and I don't gotta allow or accept nothing less than I give you as a man, a friend, a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, a cousin. None of that. So that's where people say, oh, you're wrong. No, I'm right. And I don't gotta accept you or deal with you. excuse me, let me rephrase that. I have to accept you for who you are, but I don't have to allow that in my space, my energy, my home, my aura, and most importantly, my story. Simple as that. This is really not that hard. And I hate when people sit there and really try to get somebody to change how they feel about something because they feel a certain way. Who cares? You can't sit there and try to tell somebody that they gotta respect you, but you've been nothing but the most disrespectful, disregarding, hardest person to get along with. No, like, that's not what we do. What type of nonsense is you on, but like, get out of here. Alright, I'm back in mommy mode. I put this sweatpants on. Alright, you guys, let's go get my little one. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people show you who they are, believe them. And you don't gotta sit there and feel bad when you be like, you know what? I can't accept this in my life. You don't have to accept anybody's wrongdoing because it's not for your spirit. Like, no, you don't have to. No, you do not. 100% you do not have to. Like, that's what a lot of people gotta understand. Like, if you want to sit up here and play cuckoo the fool, your ass play cuckoo the fool, but I don't want no fuck. Alright, y'all, let's go. I'll go get my little one. I put all the food away. Now I just gotta grab these bags to put inside my freaking car because I'm back in mommy mode now. I'm just getting my bag so big to bring to the car because I left all my damn bags in the freaking house when I went to the grocery store. Oh, thank you. As long as you're in the child's life with love, that's what matters. There, you finally said it. You finally said it right. As long as you love that child and you're there for that child, nothing else should matter. Like, literally, it really shouldn't. With that real woman attitude, don't do that. Don't do me like that. Hush puppies, fish shrimp is what I'm eating today. It's good. That sounds good. All right, let's go. I gotta work both my jobs tomorrow. Jesus. Jesus, help my life. Jesus. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go back to the grocery store. Yes, again, because I'm pissed. I forgot to grab the freaking cereal. Jesus, help me, Jesus. Alright, I'm pulling up right now. And I know the last. His instructor said that the kid should be done by like 2. So I'm going right now. So I could pick him up from where he's at. I gotta buy a shovel. Is it cars right there or no? Oh no, it's not. First of all, this damn clip gotta move from my damn hand because it's too close. Damn, I was trying to go. Yes, you guys are coming with me. I'm sitting with my braids. Lord Jesus, help my life. Father God in heaven. Oh, Jesus. I'm putting on my high with because I don't feel like. My God. I just really want people to understand that it is genuinely okay to stand for what you believe in and for what you want. It doesn't matter about what someone else feels. It's about what you want for yourself. Like, I hate when people try to change somebody's mind on something because, like, they think different. I will always tell somebody, stand true to what you believe. You know, and when you stand true to what you believe, nobody can break you. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, people will damn sure not try to break you and try to get you to, like, do something wrong. But as long as you stand on it and you know that it's wrong, like, I literally believe, like, you wouldn't have nothing to worry about because you are standing on what you know. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And this is where I feel like the world will just bash people for saying that how they feel about something is, in their eyes, not okay. So why is it that if you do something that's not okay, it's okay, but when somebody else does it, you can pinpoint it out? It doesn't make any sense. Like, learn two things. Learn that everybody is not gonna, be cool with who you are, right? That's one. And learn that at the end of the day, baby, you are who you are. Can't nobody change that. There you go. And I was just about to say that. I was literally just about to. Do you really think that? I put it to you like this: all the great leaders like Malcolm X and Rosa Parks and, like, people of that nature, if they would have stood on people telling them, oh, just, stop, leave it alone, don't worry about it, where do you really think that Black African American people would be at if they would have just gave up? Like, think about it. Seriously, think about it. Like, they stood on business. Like, and when you stand on business, baby, can't nobody stop you. Like, you are who you are. And literally, like, if you stand for something, right? You literally stand for something, or you will fall for anything. Just like you said. And I'm not against anybody who, if you want to do something, if you want to become something, again, if you want to like the same gender, that is your business. But what I'm saying is, please don't get mad at somebody else when they say, listen, this is not for me, or, like, this is not how I was raised. I don't want people to think that because someone isn't cool with anything, that means that they don't accept them. I don't think it's that. Like, some people are just not okay with, like, same gender marriages or, like, same gender, like, parenting. It's not for everybody. But guess what? It's for you. As long as you are happy, who gives a flying what somebody else gotta think? Like, goddamn, stop being so concerned about what the world is gonna think. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, baby, when you was born, you were born by yourself, and when you die, you're gonna die by yourself. They're not gonna be with you. Hello? Like, why the would you even? I don't give a who, what, when, where, and why. Like, I'm gonna stand on what I stand on. And if someone cannot accept that and don't respect that, well, then God bless you. And that's it. Like, I don't gotta sit up here and like, I don't have to do none of that. Like, I'm not doing, like, none of that. Like, you bugging. It is what it is. Like, who gives a damn? Like, who cares? God damn. Listen, I don't care if you want to fucking go scuba diving in a goddamn sand. All right? That's your business. Okay? I don't care if you want to sit there and jump off a cliff with a damn parachute on. That's your business. Okay? That you jumping on, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I said if you want to jump off a cliff with the parachute so you don't harm yourself. Okay? But, like, you cannot get mad at what somebody else wants to do, or, like, because it's not your life. It's not for you. Why do you care? Damn. Like, geez Louise, I'm just saying, like, if you want to sit up there and drink and be in your home and go be your home, that's your business. As long as you be like, you know what, I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna get real drunk tonight, but I'm gonna give you my car keys so that way I can't go nowhere. But you in your house, you is up, you freaking falling on the goddamn carpet, Just don't turn on no nozzles now. Don't turn on no stove. Don't turn on no heat. Just don't do none of that stuff. Just be careful. But again, like, you make a decision, it's your decision. So why does it matter? Like, why does it matter what somebody else thinks? Like, who gives a give a? Now, I had to send out a wall. Like, I have two a warlock. I have 2 tattoos. I have a nose piercing. Let me tell you something. I'm a single mother. 2 jobs. What? What you gonna say? Oh my goodness, you're a mother. I don't want to. Motherfucker, bye. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I promise you, like, I don't care. Like, bye. Because at the end of the day, when you will not accept, baby, somebody else will. You gotta what the I promise you, I thought somebody girl was on fire. I was about to haul that side of mine. Okay. But like, what someone else will not accept, someone else will accept. That's why I tell you guys, I promise you, like, there is somebody out here for everybody. Believe it or not. I believe that. Because what someone else will not accept from you, somebody else will. What someone else doesn't want to work through with you, baby, someone else will. Something that someone doesn't want to sit up there and go through with you, baby, someone else will. Like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world because this man told you, nah, ma, I can't deal with you. Or like, because this woman told you, nah, I can't deal with you. Okay, bye. Leave. Give a... Oh, no, their actions do not affect. If you let it affect your life, that's your business. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and let what somebody say affect my life. I don't give a damn. Because at the end of the day, you don't pay my bills. You don't help me pick up Noah. You don't help me drop off Noah. You don't help me when I'm in a spiritual, emotional breakdown. So, hello, I don't give a... Nobody should care that much about what somebody else has to say. Nobody should. If you care that much, let me be very honest with you. That person has a hold on you. And you's a damn fool for giving somebody that much power over your life and your decision. Don't give it to them. You give people what you want. Like, if you give somebody power over you, they got it. Like, let me tell you something. And I'm going to be so honest with you guys. Like, I was called ugly, fat, I had bad teeth, and I had a terrible smile in my presence, and I was the ugliest person that this person ever seen. You think I'm gonna sit up there and let that? And let me be very clear with you. I used to be like emotionally really weak, right? I'm gonna share my story with you guys. I was emotionally weak, right? To whereas I never would I never would put my head up, right? Like, I never used to walk with my head up no more after that. Like, I never used to put my head up after that. I never did. I had always started to walk with my head down because I felt like what this person had said to me was true, right? Hold on. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of a rundown. Hold on. Just a little bit. Hold on. Just a little bit, but hold on. Right? So, I was called ugly, bad teeth, bad smile. Why do I laugh like this? I was the worst that this person ever had, right? Let me tell you something. I would walk with my head down. I would not look up when this person had to talk to me. I was emotionally weak. Okay? Because I gave them that much power over me. You think I'm going to sit up here and give a flying fuck if somebody was to sit up here and call me ugly? When I think I am a beautiful young lady, you know how many times people have said to me, oh, those aren't your real teeth. Those aren't your real eyes. You weren't really born a woman. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. And I'm going to continue to wake up by the grace of God and make this money and provide for my son and pay my bills. So what does what you have to say when I've already been there, done that? You think I'm going to let that affect me? That's not happening. Something's on my screen. Like, I was literally told that I should have had a brown paper bag over my head. And I was the worst that they ever had. And I was fat. And I was ugly. And I never used, like, when that person used to talk to me, I swear to you, like, my head was down. And I was scared to speak because I was afraid that, like, anything that I said was going to bother them or, like, annoy them. And when I finally got my confidence back, I look at this man in his face like, it's nothing. Because it doesn't bother me. Because I had to mentally get myself together. So if you think that I'm going to sit up here and let what somebody else affect what I say when I've been there, done that, that's not happening. I'd be damned if you have power over me like that. It took, my son is 9. It took me maybe 7 years to finally, like, smile again, laugh again. And it's so funny because I remember, like, well, I had told you guys recently that, like, if I look really, really pretty, or, like, if I get my hair done for some reason, and I feel so confident in myself, right? Like, I always think of the words that they say, shockingly. And now, like, when their words echo in my mind, I always smile and I always tell myself, baby, you're beautiful. And I go on about my merry little way. And that is it. Ooh, I don't know about 5 more kids now. Maybe 2. But not 5. That's too many. That's too many. You're beautiful. You need to be cherished with her. I wish that person didn't value you and tried their best to belittle you. Glad you back. Thank you. You're the one that got away. I feel like love is a myth. I got my heart broke yesterday. Oh, don't worry, you be fine. You look so beautiful. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm back in mommy gear. I got sweatpants on, you guys. Took off the, listen, I got back in mommy gear. So, like, I got back in mommy gear. I took off the jeans and the lipstick and everything, and I'm back in mommy gear now. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm all back in mommy gear. Gear, girl. Gear. You're my little one. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yo, this is like my favorite stuff. Thank you. I think that everybody on here is... Listen, I smile a lot. I smile a hell of a lot now. He said, thank you. He said, you sure your smile can light up a room? Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, I appreciate that, you guys. Mommy stay in different outfits, got the ops confused. I don't have no ops. The only ops is just Satan. And I don't need him coming over here. Like, I rebuke you. Please. God damn it. 2026, I'm trying to do right. Like, in 2026, I promise you, like, I really, like, I promise you, I am really sitting up here trying to do right. Like, I promise you, like, and I understand. I feel like my accent just get my strongest out. I feel like 2026, I believe it's going to be hard for me, but I think that it's going to be a journey, but I feel like it's going to be a positive one, and I'm going to have to take some things on the chin. You understand what I'm saying? And, like, I'm really going to have to sit up here, like, just accept some things, and I'm okay with it. Just, Father God, I just ask that you just don't leave me. Listen, rebuke Satan all day. I'm not from New York, my love. Got it. You guys, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta get my little one, so I gotta go to the grocery store after I get him. Then I'm going home to cook the fish. I will be back on here later. I love you guys, and remember, you do what you do for yourself, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, intimately. All right? I love you guys. Have an amazing thing, and thank you for kicking it with your girl A. Have an amazing Saturday. Bye, lovey lovies. I love you all. Peace, love,